Hello, and welcome to my reaction to episode 1121 of One Piece. It is called Garp and Kuzan. A master and a pupil's beliefs clash. So I'm excited to see more about Kuzan's reasoning behind his actions because I feel like even if you disagree with someone or something, an organization and their way of doing things, there's more than one way, like you don't like them, you don't have to switch to the literal polar opposite. I don't know. So I'm very curious about Kuzan's character. In the live chat, just a quick shout out for Cherry, Booty, Modru, Tiago, Mad Rebel, Dark Shadow, Mike, Bernard is here, welcome, Doji. If I didn't, Odinoko was here, is here. So let's jump in and see. Oh, I can, because I read the English title, I know that's Garp to Kuzan. Shototsu. Wait. Shototsu suru shite no seigi.
Garp to Kuzan. Shototsu suru shite no seigi.
Shototsu. I like that he blinked like this. Oh, it's like David and Goliath. Right in between the eyes. Wow. Bye-bye. He... That was pretty wild. That guy was burned to a crisp. That there are like, oof. But it's, it's a real fight. Go, Kobe! Go, Jack Sparrow! Oh, shit. Fuck. How do you know? Hopefully it went not through a vital thing. Oh, oof. It's so freaking tough in anime to guess people's ages. They look the exact same age to me. At least give him a gray streak or something. Here we go. The gray streaks. I really like this style. It worked for that memory. Oh, this is why Sotos didn't want to watch it. Whoa. I feel like there's more unique perspectives in this episode here and there. I really liked where they went with the perspectives in some shots. Like this one looks good. This one looks good. Like they got creative in more ways than fireworks. Whoa. Tashigi got down her birthday, guys. You come. Maybe. I think so too, even if it takes a while. No one wants to live. I wouldn't say no one wants to live, but let's say how things work on Blackbeard's Island. I don't think that's sustainable long term. And so yeah, eventually I do think that Justice will always prevail.
ガープとクザンの勝
See,
負の行
that's the part that I'm confused with a little bit. And hear me out. Obviously, I don't know what happens later, what he says, and what conclusions he comes to, or his reasons behind doing it. So obviously, I'm anime only. If you're a manga reader, don't try and explain it to me from an anime only perspective, because you're never able to do that. Sorry. But I understand from this episode, he was in the Navy, he was training he was Garp's disciple. He was shaken to the core by what he saw at O'Hara. And then after that, he questioned the Navy's way of doing things. And then when he eventually fought him for like the top spot, the successor, Sengoku's successor, and he lost against him. Obviously, we can 100% understand he was confused at first, like to parts of the Navy and the Navy's way of doing things, but he still stayed for maybe people like Garp and, you know, the ones doing things the right way. But then when this guy was gonna inherit, you know, the top, or one of them were supposed to, I would also not want to work under this guy. Totally understandable. But the reason why he doesn't work under this guy is because how he does things. He killed people for the greater good. He doesn't want to work under someone who that's their justice. Totally understandable. But I don't understand. Like, you don't want to support that, but then that doesn't make sense to me. That just seems like because clearly you think his way of justice is wrong. So why do you go from I disagree with his way of justice, so I'll just support no justice or lawlessness, or I don't know what. I'm not saying it doesn't make sense why he would switch. I'm saying I just don't follow yet, and I'd like to see more. Because for me, Kuzan seemed to be the person who wanted to find his own way. And right now it's like he was lost. And then as to what the Navy's whole thing, and then he didn't want to work under this guy, but then instead of, you know, finding his own justice or doing things better in his own way, it's like when you, how to say, it's like when you're young and you don't want to do what your father says, so you rebel, but then you just do the opposite of what he says. Like, oh, I don't want to become you want me to become a doctor, but I don't want to become a doctor. And then instead of finding out what you do want to do, you like become a bum or something. Like you do the exact opposite. So it feels to me like there's still a lot of growth needed there. Like even if you don't want to become a doctor, maybe you want to become something else that, you know, is also, I don't know how to explain it. Doesn't make sense what I'm trying to say. Like it seems like that kind of journey that you have when you reject someone's ideals so hard that you go to the other side, which is not the only other option. There's so many options. Like, yes, you can reject his way, the Navy's way, but why go the exact opposite, if that makes sense? It's not the exact opposite, but you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, so it feels like you gave up on justice altogether because you didn't like his way. And now it just doesn't make sense for me. Kuzan seems smarter than that. He's not 16, 17 anymore. I just feel like there has to be more to what he's doing here than, well, he didn't like his justice, so no justice it is then. I don't know. Cherry says, 100%. I also still think Kuzan infiltrated Blackbeard's crew. I'm very curious. There just has to be more to it for me, but we'll see. Time will tell. And that's great because the story is making us ask questions, and that's what we want, right? We want that. And then eventually the gaps will be filled in and it'll be like, wow, or whatever. So I'm looking forward to it. But if it turns out that he really just was like, fuck it, I lost. I don't support this justice, so I'm just gonna, gonna go drink and do whatever I want now and support Blackbeard. Like, if it's that, if he just turns out to be a 16, 17-year-old that still needs to learn that there are more than one other way to, I don't know, rebel against something that you don't want or don't believe in. If it's just that in the end, I'll be okay with it, because it's not like Kuzan's the main character, but I think like there's a potential there to be something else. If I get it, if your whole life, like a lot of kids go through that. You think your parents are infallible, and at some point you learn that they're just people. And then it just feels to me such a childish thing. But now I'm rambling. I'm trying to make sense of it. I'm trying to find a good simile, but I can't really put my finger on how to explain it, but that's what it feels like. So anyway, I'm looking forward to finding more about Kuzan's. There's a word that I'm looking for, reasoning, that's better than reasons, and method to his madness. Whatever it may be, I want to see. I'm waiting for it to play out. Cherry says, I could have seen him join the Revolutionary Army if he didn't like the justice of the Navy, but joining the lawless group isn't logical to me, so honestly, I'd feel a bit let down if Kuzan if he joined them for no other reason than, well, I don't like the Navy. Yeah, even, he didn't need to join anyone. He could start his own thing. He could have, like, to me, it would have made more sense if he just disappeared and trained to become stronger and stronger and stronger in order to eventually defeat what's his name? Akainu. That would have made more sense to me. Or I don't know. So many options to join Blackbeard when your literal reason for leaving the Navy was because their justice is wrong since they're killing people, but then we support Blackbeard, and I'm like, don't get it. But the fact that we don't get it, the fact that we're curious, that's good. And Kuzan's a great character. He's been built up for a long time, so I'm looking forward to... I trust Oda to handle things, you know? Or join Luffy, or become a pirate, his own kind of pirate, like literally anything except fucking join Blackbeard. But I mean, oops, because a lot of people are saying like, maybe he wants to, no. The problem is like, I don't really I'm trying not to read other people's theories too much, because I don't know who are making theories from a manga reader perspective, and I don't want like little seeds planted in my head. So I'm honestly trying to stay away from even other people's theories when they're saying it's theories. But it really makes me want to, as I say every week, catch up with the damn manga. Okay. I'm going to, I thought the episode was good, an 8 out of 10, but yeah, 8 out of 10. What do you guys think? I will do the manga chapter comparison, and then if we have anything more to say, it'll be in the next video, so please check the pinned comment for that. See you then. Bye.